Everyone. All righty, we're back. I just want to remind all the commissioners to please put your mics on mute. We're having some feedback problems. Good afternoon. I'm calling this meeting to order in light of the advice from the states of New York and New Jersey. In-person attendance beyond the limited to the commissioners and the staff. We have limited attendance, obviously. All other meetings are being held virtually via teleconference and are being broadcast live on the video of the Port Authority website. Today's public session will start the Committee on Capital Planning, Execution, and Asset Management, which will be chaired by Vice Chair Linford. We will conclude the public portion of today's meeting with the public board meeting. Vice Chair, all you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Committee on Capital Planning, Execution, and Asset Management, public session. Today's meeting of the Committee on Capital Planning, Execution, and Asset Management is being held in public session. The committee also met an executive session earlier today to discuss matters involving ongoing negotiations or reviews of contracts or proposals and matters related to the purchase, sale, or lease of real property, where disclosure would affect the value thereof or the public interest. At this point, I ask the corporate secretary to advise those present of the composition of the committee and any commissioner recusals on the items before the committee.
The committee is composed of Vice Chairman Linford, the committee chair, Chairman O'Toole, the committee vice chair, Commissioners LaBarbera, Ticino, Rosado. All committee members are present. Commissioner Rosado participating remotely. In addition, Commissioners Cohen, Eve, Horwitz, Martinotti, McCabe, Menendez, and Richardson are also present. Commissioner Cohen participating remotely. There are no recusals required.
Thank you. I now call on our Chief of Major Capital Projects, Stephen Plate, to present an item concerning replacement planning and the development of the Port Authority bus terminal. Steve?
Thank you, Vice Chair. Good afternoon, Commissioners. What I'd like to do today is two things. One is give you a brief update on where we are with this very important project, namely the bus terminal, as well as defining a plan forward and giving you an outline of where we are. A brief timeline, give you a sense of where we are. We completed items 1 and 2. This outlines the plan over the next 2 years. 1 being a very well-received report, which outlined our plan moving forward. We handed that off to the federal government, namely the FTA, who have now taken upon themselves to move forward to a very formal process known as NEPA, where we will be soliciting comments in item 3 and beyond, and soliciting in a very robust way input from all the public, elected officials, community boards, commuters, to only name a few of the key people. To date, it's been extremely successful and received nothing but accolades relative to how we've conducted ourselves and how we've solicited input. In fact, even yesterday, we had 2 sessions with the community boards and the public at large on the internet, virtual meetings, which were very successful. And please go to our website and see that today there are 2 additional meetings. So we really want people to give input so we could really make this the best project that we ever could foresee, really challenging ourselves intellectually to accomplish that. The process is a formidable one, but we're up to the task. There are over 30 chapters in the environmental impact statement covering all aspects of how it will change lives in that region. And our goal is to make it better than it ever was before, and to really work closely with the commuters and with the residents to realize that goal. And they are fully engaged and really been very positive and an important part of this success story to date. There are over 1,000 pages, but that just tells you pages. There's a tremendous amount of unlimited energy that goes into it, from defining the action, considering alternatives, analyzing the environmental impacts of those alternatives, as well as identifying mitigation measures that will make us all work together and realize something in the future that we'll be proud for the next decades to follow. And just to give you a sense of the type, this is just a sampling of the type people we interact almost on a daily basis. And the bubble charts outlined in the colors are all the different groups, from community boards to bus carriers to commuters to New Jersey electeds. And by the way, equally as important, if not more important, our colleagues here, the professionals who have been working with me for decades, and Diane Eller and her group relative to how she runs it today and how we're going to transition in a seamless way to this grand new facility. So today we're requesting this money to bring us through this process and it will enable us to prepare and issue that environmental impact statement with hopefully a favorable record of decision, feed and encourage all that continued extensive external stakeholder outreach and their input, holding countless public meetings on the documents as well as the substance of the documents that we are preparing, retention of a consultant to support the FTA so they can support us in this process, as well as all the different elements that we have to do to realize the success story. So at this point, I'd like to thank you all for your tremendous support. And I want to say on behalf of my colleagues, both consultant as well as Port Authority, that we're all very proud and excited about this game-changing project that we will embark on over the next several years. Thank you, Commissioners.
Been with us at the Port Authority?
I started when I was 5, so
What?
about 36 years.
I just want to thank
Just
you
a
for
few-
your
a few weeks
unparalleled
ago. Sorry,
efforts on our behalf. And as we look around, whether it's the building we're standing in or other buildings or other bridges and things, thank you very much. And we look forward to the ribbon cutting there.
And so do I. And I want to say this has truly been a gift that you guys have provided, you all have provided to us to rebuild this site in this great city of New York.
Thank you. Are there any questions from any of the other commissioners? May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Hearing the motion is passed. This concludes, Mr. Chairman, the meeting of CPM today, and I turn it back to you.